Mad Magister!
All right, my friends, let's start off our 9 weeks review with taking a look at problem number 1. Now, we look at this, all we have is a model, but this model should look pretty familiar to you. This is our flat, and remember that our flat is 100 squares, right? So if we see that and we can see that they're partitioning it or taking it into parts, we know they're most likely working with decimals because it has one whole grid divided into 100 parts. So when we see this, we know that we're working with decimals. Now let's take a look to see what expression they're trying to show us here. Already we can tell that it's multiplication. Well, how can you tell? Because we know that area equals length times width. And they gave us a length and they gave us a width. So, in order for us to figure out the expression, we're going to have to see what's on each side. Now, don't forget, each one of these is worth 1/10. Now, let's figure out how many that we have. We have 1/10, 2/10, 3/10. So, we have our first decimal in our expression, 0 and 3/10. We already know it's multiplication. Now, let's find the next ones. Now, we can see that the next ones go from left to right. There's 1/10, 2/10. Alrighty, so our expression is 3/10 times 2/10. Well, how do you find the answer? All we have to do is see where they cross. And they cross right here at these squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. But 6 what? Remember that they're not 6/10. They're each just one of these squares. And what did we say those squares were? There were 100 of them. Or they're hundredths. So we know that this expression is trying to say 0 and 3/10. That's my yellow bars. Times 0 and 2/10, those are my green bars, equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hundredths. 0 and 6 hundredths. I started running out of room there, sorry. Alrighty, let's try that again. So, we're going to look at another model. We're going to see what the expression is and figure out what the answer is. Okay, so let's count the first set of tenths for the first part of our expression. 0 and 1/10, 0 and 2/10, 0 and 3/10. Okay, we have our first part, 0 and 3/10. We know where they're multiplying because they're crossing each other. Multiplied by 0 and 1/10, 0 and 2/10, 0 and 3/10, 0 and 4/10. Times 4/10. Now our solution is going to be the ones that cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Now, inside the number 12, we have 1/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 1/10. And there it is. Yay! And then we have 2 hundredths. 2 hundredths. And we don't have any holes. So our answer is 0 and 3/10 times 0 and 4/10 equals 12 hundredths or 1/10 and 2 hundredths. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, for a lot of my really astute students out there, you may have already noticed something. 3 times 4 equals 12. So, if you knew that, how could you apply it to the expression? Well, I'm going to rewrite the expression so you can see how you would apply it. 0 and 3/10 times 0 and 4/10 Now remember our little song or our little saying. Count the spaces and move to the left that many places. I have 1, 2. So I know in my answer, I counted 2 spaces, so I'm going to move to the left 2 places. Now, after I know that, all I'm really looking at is 3 times 4. Well, 3 times 4 is 12. Remember that every number has a decimal at the end of it. So if this has a decimal at the end of it, and we're going to do our decimal trick, we're going to move 2 decimal places to the left. 1, 2. So our decimal goes from the end to in front of the 1. Now we don't leave blanks on either side of a decimal, so we put our 0. And there we get the same answer. Oh, snap! Alrighty, let's continue our review. Boom! This time we're going to go the other way around. We're going to look at an expression and we're going to model it. So first, they want us to model 2/10. We already know that each one of these rows from top to bottom or left to right is a tenth. So I need 2 of them. 1, 2. There's my 2/10. Now the next one that it wants is 8/10. Well, I'm going to have to do those the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okie dokie. Now all we have to do is see where they cross to see what our answer is. So let's start counting. Oh, it's so hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 1/10 already. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. With one of them being a tenth and the others being hundredths. 1/10, 6 hundredths. Easy peasy and no holes. Now, let's do the same thing with numbers and see if Mr. Rodriguez is crazy or not. I know he sounds crazy, but let's see if his math is crazy too. 0, 2/10 times 0, 8/10. We're going to count the spaces and move to the left that many places. 1, 2. So I know I need to move 2 times to the left in my answer. What is 2 times 8? Well, that's 16. Every number has a decimal at the end of it. And we know we need to move it to the left 2 times. 1, 2. That puts our decimal right there. We never leave blanks in front or behind our decimals. 0. We got the same answer. Oh, we're baller mathematicians. Alrighty, my friends, that was the first part of our review. I will make the next part as soon as I can. Bye-bye-bye-bye.
Hey friendos, thanks for watching. Remember, we can only have a brighter future with the brighter you. Bye!